Vegapunk, Dragon, Giants, Dr. Clover, Ancient Kingdom, Einstein. Welcome to One Piece. Welcome to chapter 1066, The Will of Ohara. Okay, first things first. Jaguar D soul is alive. The checkered fate of D still lives on. And this brings more humanity, more love to Aokiji, or more power to Jaguar D soul. The man was a vice admiral and a giant. He must have had haki. And seeing him getting freezed and not breaking out like Doflamingo always made me raise an eyebrow. So Clover inspired Dragon to form the Revolutionary, and it still shakes the world to this date.
To this day!
And I think I know who is the leader of SWORD. It's none other than Vegapunk. The panel of him talking to Dragon, saying how he believes there are reasonable people in the marine who can be talked with, just shows how possible it is for Vegapunk to form SWORD. And I believe it is controlled by none other than Vegapunk 1, Shaka, to achieve the end goal, to overthrow the world government. And my theory somewhat came true. I think Vegapunk knows the truth about world government and he knows he is going to die. But he wanted to do what he loved, his inventions, even if it meant for the bad people. Come on man, inventions cost money. And as he was doing this, he learned the real truth and now world government is after him. Vegapunk was working with the government because they had money and he wanted to discover more about Void Century and where better place to work with than under the world government. Luffy has Hajruddin working under him, who was clearly working with Jaguar D's soul to recover the books, and this makes Elbaf more of an important arc than it seems to be because it is the final island before One Piece. Because it is where all the info is stored. If not, the info is stored somewhere else, and that is here in Egghead, inside the brains of Dr. Vegapunk. So I think Elbaf will be the place where they discover the final Lord Poneglyph and travel to Laugh Tale. Now coming back to Luffy's group, I think Bonnie is ready for a surprise because the way Vegapunk is connected to Revolutionary and the way he talked with Bonnie, I think we will see Kuma's will or consciousness being stored somewhere. I love how everyone is connected to everyone. Luffy to Hajruddin who is connected to Saul, Dragon who is in turn connected to Vegapunk, Robin to Professor Clover and who was connected to Dragon and Vegapunk, Bonnie to Kuma who is connected to Vegapunk, Sanchi to Ivankov who is connected to Dragon who is connected to Vegapunk, Frankie directly being connected to Vegapunk through his inventions and he was the last one to see Kuma, and Usopp being connected to Giant from the start, the giant ass of Kai. Now coming back to Dr. Vegapunk, I love his quirky design and I think his death might be somewhat ironic. You see, in real world Einstein died without any last words. I mean, he did have his last words, but that was in German and the nurse who was looking after him didn't speak it, so it's not looking good for Vegapunk. But another similarity of Vegapunk and Einstein is that they both have their brains stored, so even if Vegapunk dies, his will still lives on. And I can't wait for the next chapter. I want to see what Vegapunk wants to show the Straw Hats.
Going crazy.